Well, Chrisean Rock.
Why is that name familiar?
That's Blueface's baby mother.
Okay, they say something wrong with the baby.
Well, yeah, I was going to get to that.
Okay.
So I interviewed DJ Akademiks recently.
Okay. Interesting guy.
So at one point, he was talking to the president of Zeus. They were trying to work out some stuff. And the guy was like, hey, let me put you on FaceTime with Chrisean. Chrisean gets on FaceTime with Akademiks. Fully pregnant, smoking a blunt. And he was like, yo, what? You're pregnant. She's like, shh. He's like, shh. Yo, you don't have to hush me. Like, you're the one that's going to have to deal with this later on. Fully pregnant, smoking blunts. I think there's videos of her drinking.
Yes, I saw that.
And now the baby's out. They're saying it's possibly a fetal alcohol syndrome.
Yes.
The baby's
You can tell
eyes-
something's wrong. It's sad.
It's the saddest thing I think that's going on right now.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at what's happening in the hip-hop world, and she's definitely part of that, to have a baby, and I hope it's just not true. I just hope maybe...
No, there's something wrong with the baby.
Maybe the baby will grow into its features later on. I don't know. But from the outside looking in, the baby does look like it's somewhat different.
Something's wrong with the baby.
Than a regular baby.
Yeah. Right, I agree.
And it was because you couldn't not get high for 9 months?
You think it's a game. The kids think it's a game. They all fucking think it's a game. Like, it's irritating me. They all think it's a game. From jail to smoking and drinking, having a baby.
Blueface in jail right now. Right now. You got a baby that possibly has birth defects, and your baby's father's in jail.
Yes.
Now,
how long did he get? Because I saw what he got
I heard
out.
It's not that long. Maybe 6 months or something like that. I think it was like a violation. Like, from what I understand, from what Akademiks told me, was like he wasn't supposed to go back to Akademiks.
I think
to Las Vegas. And she was like, oh, stop being a bitch. Let's just go to Vegas. So he's like, okay, fine. They go to Vegas and he gets arrested and then he goes to jail. Just dumb, not thinking ahead behavior. You know what? I remember I hit up Wack. Me and Wack are cool now. I said, yo, man, I'm sorry to hear about your artist going to jail. He said, actions and consequences. Can he be mad at it? You know,
Right.
He knew he wasn't supposed to do something. He did it anyways. He got caught. Everybody loses. You know?
I'm going to do the best I can and stay out the way because I say nothing but confusion.
Mr. C, he passed away.
Yeah, I saw that.
You know, I believe his funeral's coming up, or maybe it's already happened, but you know, there's the whole transgender thing.
I agree. I know about it.
His transgender friends need to show up at that funeral, represent. That's what I think.
Yeah, I totally
come
agree.
in, show out.
Right, you know, because they really know how to do it.
Throw themselves on the coffin, make it real dramatic. Represent.
Yeah, and he wasn't shy about it, right?
Well, after he got caught.
Yeah, after he got caught. Yeah, because he was keeping them low.
I mean, listen, me and Mr. C didn't get along. Like, I remember because we were covering the news a lot back then, so we were covering this whole story when it first started to break. He called me up all upset, saying it was all fake, it wasn't true, he was calling it a he, she, whatever. And I'm like, listen, if you want to come and do an interview, talk about it. I ain't doing an interview. I said, all right, that's cool. And then sometime later, me and this rapper who I used to roll with, we went to Hot 97 because Lisa Evers was interviewing me for Street Soldiers. Mm-hmm. And when we walked in, he saw me and then just sort of ran off. And then the next day I get a call saying that because of our situation, he was blocking that rapper from ever getting played on Hot 97.
Man.
Like Funkmaster Flex told this rapper that.
Right.
And I called Mr. C about this and he didn't deny it. He goes, yeah, man, you're not going to talk shit about me and then come to my, company and think you're going to get any work done. And I said, I didn't care, but it was like, I was cool with this guy. So I said, okay, fine, we'll stop covering it.
Okay, right.
So Mr. C was trying to cover up the whole transgender thing and everything else like that.
Did they say what he died from?
I don't know.
Okay, well, yeah.
He was heavy set. He was older. Let me see. How old? Let me see. Mr. C age. He was 57. Not that old.
Not that old.
But he had a big belly and
people again. That's how come I always say my age.
Yeah, which is
64.
Look, have you ever seen a fat 80-year-old?
Never.
Okay, so if you are fat right now, you're probably not going to get to see old age.
That's so true.
Yes, you might break the norm, and listen, me and Faison, we talk about this a lot. I want Faison to lose weight. Every interview, I mention it.
Right.
I remember he was talking about how he took his daughter to Disneyland and he had to be on one of those little scooters, to get around because he couldn't walk,
I told him about Lifeline screening too. I told him to Google it and hopefully look it up.
Yeah, that's my man. I was at his house in Atlanta.
Yes.
We had lunch afterwards, the whole nine. We go back. But you're not going to, Big Cap, he died around the same age. A lot of these hip hop figures who don't take care of themselves, who get heavy, who have guts and, or 50, 100 pounds overweight, once they hit their 50s, the clock is ticking. This is why I lost weight and I kept it off.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks real good.
Thank you. Because I want to live.
Yeah, you want to live.
I want to live.
Got kids, man.
My dad made it to 84. I'm trying to get past that.
Yeah, I'm 64 and I'm trying to get 40 more summers.
Oh yeah. Now I was listening to your stand-up on the way here, and you were saying how if you ever get put in an assisted living home, you're gonna go down the hall to all the women on your floor. You're gonna be like, you get a scooter. You get a scooter.
Yeah,
you get a scooter.
Because I believe in being a player to the end, man. Back in the day we get girls cars, but now we get them scooters.
Yeah.
That's what we do. We get them scooters, and you got me smiling because I'm thankful.
Look, my dad was in an assisted living home near the end of his life. We weren't happy about it. He wasn't happy about it, but he had Parkinson's.
Okay.
So we couldn't take care of him at home anymore.
Right,
It just became an impossibility.
Right.
But if I get that shit, I got my money stacked up to the point where I'll have a hospital in my house.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And they got insurance. I got the insurance.
Yeah.
To cover that. And I told Eris, my son, I said, listen, if I'm not married, which I probably won't be, make sure you bring a couple women over on Wednesdays. And make sure I already got a female friend. I said, listen, something come out, make sure you rotate my balls with exotic oils.
Yeah.
Every time that you come through, because that's what I want. Keep me nice and shaved, because I like if you're going to keep me haircut, manicure, pedicure, and I already paid for my cremation, so I'm being cremated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I already got it done. So no matter, I forgot the name of the company, but no matter where I'm at in the world, if something happens to me, they come get me. Boom, boom, boom. It's out of Vegas.
Oh yeah, one of my relatives passed away recently, and there was a big fight over who was paying for the funeral and the money, and it was a whole mess.
Yes,
I was involved in it.
Yes,
because I don't care, but seeing the ugliness that happens near after someone passes is turns your stomach.
Yes, it's very bad.
It's very bad. It's been worse. But what I saw, there was a fight. There was
and if you can do it on your own,
they didn't want to take her off life support because they were trying to figure out her bank accounts. The whole thing was crazy.
Yes,
the whole thing was insane.
Everybody have a trust, have a will. If you could take care of your own arrangements.
Yes.
Do your own arrangements. Because believe it or not, when you take care of your own arrangements, the thing that you love that I've seen for people who've done it before me, you respect them so much more in conversation. You're like, yo, my aunt, all her stuff was taken care of. It's like a pride.
Facts.
You have a pride talking about that. But if you don't take care and everybody's fighting for what they can get, all hell's gonna break loose.
Yeah, and my last RIP is Rico Wade of Organized Noise. He just passed away at a very young age as well.
Yeah, he's young. He's a young kid.
He was 52.
Yeah, that's young.
That's 2 years older than me.
Yeah, that's young.
Listen, I interviewed him along with Organized Noise before. I was a huge fan.
Yes.
Huge fan. In fact, one of the moments in my hip-hop history career that really makes me smile was when I interviewed them, and they were really seeing how much of a fan I was and how much I knew the history. I remember I was the only one to ever compare Outkast's original style to Souls of Mischief. They were like, oh yeah, no one's ever mentioned that before.
Yes.
I remember Rico was like, hey Vlad, you pretty cool, man. You're not like how people paint you out to be. You pretty cool. And I remember hearing that going thank you, man. I appreciate that.
One of my moments, believe it or not, Started with NWA, but I had this special moment not too long ago. I'm in Vegas, and I go see Wu-Tang. I go see Wu-Tang because I've never seen Wu-Tang perform, ever. I go there, I got a front row seat. And I want to show mad love to Wu-Tang right now. Because I'm quite sure because of Vlad.
You getting out of 64.
I was a rock star to them. They was on stage performing, and I had the little bling on. You know, I was showing off that night. I went into the safe. But they pointing at me. They touching their heart. After the show, all of them shook my hand. And I just want them to know that out of all these years in this business, that meant so much to me because they made me feel, I felt like a star.
Yeah.
Like that night, I felt like a rock star because of them. And I want them to know that that really did a lot for me. Like it really made me feel amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to have a long career in entertainment, and you know, look, I'm now 22 years in. You're
40
years in.
Yes.
Go out of your way to show love to your peers.
Absolutely.
And the younger generation, because don't be that guy or that girl who's too good, you know, who's so competitive that you just make people feel uncomfortable, you're standoffish, whatever else. Show love. Tell them how you're fans of them.
I agree.
Shake their hand, take their picture, start mentioning things that you liked about them, and it will come back. And they'll come back and rock with you, and that's how it works. We have to praise each other. It's a community.
Yes, I agree.
No matter how you feel you're one of one, that's cool. You're all part of a community.
Yes.
We all work together. We all interlap. We know the same people. We go to the same events.
I agree.
You know, we mess with the same girls, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like there's so much of it that's intermixed that you want to be well-liked and you want to make people feel good. Jason Weaver got a bunch of acting roles after he was on Vlad TV.
Yes.
The Shy was one of them.
Right.
He said this publicly. This is what happens when, oh, I don't need Vlad TV. No, Vlad TV helps.
Yes, it helps.
Millions of people check me out every day.
So true.
Jason Weaver got his biggest role of this era because of the promotion that Vlad TV gave him, and millions of people tuned in and he got on people's radar. This is how it works. We all work together. We all help each other out. We all play our role.
Yes.
I'm not an actor. I'm not a rapper. I'm not a singer. I'm not a producer. But on the media side, I run things.
You run things.
I have a big platform.
Yes, you do.
Are there bigger platforms? Are there other favorites? Of course there are.
Yes.
But we do what we do.
You do what
and
you
you're
do.
better off rocking with me than having me be annoyed with you.
I totally agree.
And avoiding you.
I agree.
And vice versa.
Vice versa.
Anyone who feels that I've ever slighted them, please hit me up. I'll make it right.
I like that.
I'll make it right. DM me.
Yes.
I'll personally respond.
Yes.
If you feel that I dissed you or I did something that you're still upset about, please hit me up. I'm 50 years old. I'll make it right.
I agree.
We may or may not do business afterwards. It doesn't matter. But whatever animosity you have, I could probably fix it.
I like that. Yep. That's what I say. You live long enough.
Yeah.
You got time to do a lot of good things.
Exactly. It's what it is. TK Kirkland.
My man Vlad, until we meet again.
Peace.
Yes, sir.